In this video, I'm going to show you my 3 go-to exercises for external rotation. If you get these 3 right, it's probably 80% of your external rotation programming done. We've got Jason here who's going to be demonstrating, and the first one and the most remedial of them all is side lying external rotation. So Jason, if you can lie down for us on your side, we're going to show you the first variation of external rotation. So we'll get you facing that way, and you're going to be using a dumbbell to begin with, right? So we're going to show you some variations. I'll grab the towel, actually just do it normally so I can show the folks why I've got that towel here. And Jason's going to go through this, and I'm just going to critique some things as Jason does it, and then give you some pointers. So what Jason's doing is not bad. It's not bad. However, there is some points here that definitely can be improved upon. So the first thing is, if we look at the humerus, it's coming down on a slight angle. So we do want to prop that up just a tiny bit, and that's exactly why I've got the towel. So the towel does serve 2 functions in this case, and I'll show you how. So I've folded it into a square. I'm going to put that just under his armpit there. So before Jason does anything now, what I'm going to cue with Jason is I'm going to get him actually a little bit more flat. So instead of being on your hand, just put that one there so you can bend your arm, and that way you can just rest on your arm right that way, right? So the next thing is I'm going to get him to press his lats down into his underpant, right? So you can see what just happened there. He pulled all of this down into his underpant. Now he's in a nice stable position. The next part that I really like is the wrist is often a reflection of the shoulder. So if we have weak wrists in our shoulder extension movement, it's probably indicative that our shoulder is not fully stabilized and not really doing its job. So what I'm going to do with Jason is I'm going to actually get him to do an offset grip. So Jason, just loosen your grip for. So now you can see that's an offset grip. He's grabbing the dumbbell at the bottom part, and now he's going to have to really stabilize from the wrist and keep everything steady and straight. So now the lines that we create is we have this line from the humerus to the elbow and this line. So I want everything, this is what when I'm assessing and looking at his body, I want to see that. Okay, now Jason, pull that down. Now you're going to rotate, externally rotate, keeping that wrist nice. Now, he does have a little bit of restriction here, so I'm going to help him manually to get through that full range of motion. So pull that down. I'm only going to get him to do 5 reps and a little bit more. Really stick yourself up as you do it. Good. So this is light, but you can see that he is struggling with this as well because we're really hitting that end range, and also you can see that grip that I've got him to use, he's not used to. It is harder. So I've really set him up. This should be nice and difficult, right? And pull, and he's a little bit weak through that end range, so I'm going to help him out and relax. Okay, relax there for a sec, Jason. So one of the implements we can use to make this exercise a little harder is we'll get rid of this and we'll use a club bell. Now, this club bell is only actually 2 kilos, but from a leverage point, again, if I put him here, it's created a lot more lever. So he's gonna have to keep everything nice and straight. So one of the things, I won't be that mean to him today, but one of the reasons why I love the club bell when using external rotation is because when we train external rotation, one of the big pieces of it is training stability. So if I can put an implement into someone's hand that forces that stability piece, we're already halfway there. Now, another little cue that I do as a trainer is I put this underneath, squish, I'm going to try and pull it from him. And the reason why I want to pull it from him is because I want him to push everything through and create more stability as well. So I give that as a little cue, get in position, Jason. We'll just do a couple of these to demonstrate and get into that position again. It's only 2 kilos, pulling that. And now you can see with the club belt, it's probably even 2, yeah, that's where you want to be. Now go and rotate. And he's switched on a little bit from the last set. And again, keep that wrist. And also there's nice feedback to Jason as well. You can see the kettlebell, he can see if he's dipping, so he knows where he should be. So really try and keep that parallel to the floor, parallel. So now he's got a cue that he has to think about as he does it. One more, keep it parallel to the floor, keep it parallel to the floor, keep it parallel to the floor, push yourself in, that's the end position. And good, control down, beautiful. All right, so let's move to the next variation, which is using a cable. So this is also fairly remedial, although I do find on the floor side lying easier for people to pick up. We're going to move over here and use the cable. So the way I like to do the cable is I like to use a single rope. Now, a single rope is this attachment. It's not a double rope, it's a single rope. It's not a popular attachment, which I find a little bit strange because it is quite a good attachment for multiple reasons. So I'm gonna get Jason to demonstrate. There you go. That way, yeah, excellent. So gonna put that here. All right, so again, right, the reason for the towel, a cue, it gets him to squeeze everything together. But the other thing, if I remove that, right, we look at this humerus, it comes straight down. It's not really where we want it to be. Now he's nice and anchored, he's nice and tight. So I'm gonna get him to depress his lat down, and yeah, we will go, just relax that side. So we have this side, right? Now, the other thing I like to do with this is get a little bit of space from the machine before we even start. How are we for weight? That should be okay. Now, feet closer together, go hip stance. Now, here, I want you to point to the floor as hard as you can. Now, the reason why I do that is because when people often do their external rotation, they move and flex to one side. Your lats are spine stabilizers. By anchoring him in and getting him to point to one side, I minimize the amount of rotation and rockiness, and I really just get him to work on this. So we'll see how this weight is for Jason. It might even be too heavy, but we'll have a look. Squeeze this together. Now go. And open up, open up, open up, open up, open up. Good. One. And even more, even more. Yeah, we might be a bit too heavy. So let me grab this one. Let's go here and open up. And you can see Jason's a strong guy. He's got a lot of muscle in his pec, but this external rotation piece is often neglected. Point aggressively, point aggressively, point aggressively. And squeeze. I'm gonna take the towel from you. If you don't keep it tight, I'm gonna take the towel. Open, 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 open. And again, squeeze it through, squeeze it through, squeeze it through. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight. Again, a lot of people just, they phone this one in. We do it, we really want to think about all this stability. And just one more, and this is why I usually like about 5 reps for external rotation as well. That's it. I like 5 reps for the point being is most people don't stay stable if you do anything above that. So we're gonna go to our last variation. So I said there's 3 go-tos that I have. This is the third, and this is seated kneeling external rotation. I like the fat dumbbells where possible for this. Jason, if you want to get into this position, get your bum right to the edge. So of this side. So if we're doing that leg, you're going to be at the edge here. That's it. There we go. All right, cool. And I like that. Reason being I like this setup is because it anchors it the same every single time. If we start from here and there's space here, we're going to get a different position with our leg every single time. So I really always make sure that the client is always set up, and it was beautifully demonstrated so that way I could talk through this piece by Jason. We set it up the exact same way every time. So if I can, Jason, just go a little bit wider for me. So leg out, really anchor that in. Cool. Now, when we're looking at this here, what we want to have is a slight dip from the shoulder down, which we've almost got, but I'm just going to get Jason to move his leg out. Now, the other thing I'm going to get you to do, Jason, is I just want to show the viewers, just move your hand out the way for a sec. I just want to show the knee. There's a little crevice here on the knee. That's where I want your elbow to go, right there, right? So just chuck it into that groove. There, perfect. So we're going to need that leg a little further out. There we go, because I'm looking at this slight. Now, same thing with the lat. I want the lat pulled down, so pull the lat into your underpants, extend through the thoracic, get nice and proud. Think proud, that's it. Now come through. So rotate and stay proud. Stay proud with your chest. What I find here with this other hand is if you swing around, grab the bench, there you go, and then stay as proud as you possibly can and come back up. But see how he just let that come in? We don't want that either. So go to the end range, but keep yourself proud, which may diminish how far you can go. Now his elbow's moving all over the place, so I'm just gonna help him out a little bit. Keep yourself proud and turn your head straight. There, keep your head that way. And depress that lat, depress that lat. The idea here is you want to create as much stability as possible. So don't let the shoulder move. Depress, 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 depress. Good. You can see how this does make it quite a bit harder as well. Keep it depressed as you rotate. Keep it depressed as you rotate. Keep it depressed as you rotate. Good. Excellent. Just do one more. Keep that elbow, keep that elbow, keep that elbow. Excellent, he's really struggling with that. So you can see here, right, with Jason, he's not quite at the level where this is suitable for him, but I would definitely start him at the floor because he definitely got a lot of resistance and then using that club belt. This is a great exercise for Jason to progress to, but not quite where we are. And again, the reason why I say that, and it could be a neural because his elbow was moving all the way around. Maybe I give him a bit more time, he gets that, but it is an indicator that the strength there is lacking to stabilize. And again, that is the function, really what we want to be training for when we're looking at that external rotation. If you've enjoyed this video on my go-to external rotation exercises, consider subscribing. Want more videos to learn how to build your superhuman? Click here or here.